must flee at your name. You are bigger than what people say. You are greater than all we know. Oh, oh, you are. Oh, she said, we need you once again. Baba, G, Charity Day, Lidua, Jamie, Bagarare, oh, Lord, you love, G, Charity Day, Lidua.
The truth is, behind closed doors,
Hello?
the P-word became my secret sin at age 10. And for the next 17 years of my life,
And God bless everybody this afternoon.
By your words, the heavens were made. By your breath,
Title of the message is
the earth was formed.
Experiments.
Miracles happen.
Prophetic message tonight is experiments. I was here and God spoke to me and said, they have been experimenting with the prophets and the prophetic. And if you are a true and an authentic prophet, you have been and you are a part of an experiment. Yeah. Your social media is an experiment. Your action and your reactions are an experiment. And God is not experimenting on you, but other people in the shadows who work for certain things have been experimenting on you. Pastors and preachers have been experimenting on you. They are not connected to God, and so they have to use you as an instrument to experiment on, to grab data, to get information, to try to understand the spiritual things and the supernatural things of God. So basically, they've been experimenting on you. Hey, KK. The next type of experiment that you need to try to avoid, if possible, is relational experiments, where it's a relationship thing. And people get in contact with you, come in contact with you, and when people come in contact with you, they literally have nothing in mind but to make you an experiment. They want to see how far they can go with you. They want to see what they can do with you. They want to see how they can play with your feelings, play with your emotions. You are just and have been an experiment. And if you don't know what type of relationships you're going into in 2025, I'm here to let you know. You better test that water. You better test that situation and test that atmosphere and make sure they put all their feelings on the line, because you don't want to be nobody's experiment. I'm not here for you to experiment on me. When somebody experiments on you, catastrophic things can happen to you. You get different types of reactions because somebody experimented on you. You go through different types of things, horrible things, because somebody experimented on you. We're not going to go into history, U.S. history, international history when it comes to talking about experiments. But for the most part, a controlled environment, a controlled observation, and they've been experimenting on you. They've been experimenting on me. So when I come to do my live, they hold the live, block the live, do all kind of stuff while sitting in the glass mirror, reflector mirror on the backdrop. And they just do experiments. They just test, grab data all day. When I see archives, what does that mean? When you said you're a Jesus Christ superstar. What is it? What happened? What do you mean when you say you're a Jesus Christ superstar? I got time today. I don't know why you would come and announce yourself and say that you're a Jesus Christ superstar. I don't get that. I don't comprehend that either. But moving on. When people it's not, that was just one example. That's one example. The topic covers a broad spectrum of different scenarios and situations as it pertains to experiments. And like I said, people experiment, they are experimenting on all types of things, and certainly when it comes to certain types of people. And they're experimenting. Put my cross up. Put my cross up back real high. Some evil people in here. Let me make sure it's at the top of my Yellowstone. My Yellowstone shirt. Y'all don't know nothing about Yellowstone. Go figure it out. I love Yellowstone. Kevin Costner. But anyway, oh, that's one of my secrets. One of my secret shows. So yeah, Yellowstone. But I was talking about a broad spectrum of experiments. And then you wonder why you breaking out spiritually. You wonder why you're having reactions spiritually. This is just the first part about it. You wonder why this is taking place and that is taking place in your life. They have been experimenting with you, experimenting on you, experimenting with your feelings and your emotions. Baby, excuse me. Wait, baby, let my mom get you on your night clothes. She can't be alive in the background like that.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, we're going over there to your side over there.
No.
Baby. Hold on, yo.
I did not this.
Baby.
No.
You gonna put your night clothes on?
No. Kisses.
What? Okay.
What's that?
And so it happens all the time. You could go to a church service, for example, and they say something to you. Somebody could say something to you from the pulpit, knowing it's a blatant lie, whatever it is. They supposedly are prophesying to you, but they are experimenting on your emotions, so they want to see how you react. you can get somebody who says, I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to do that for you, and they watch to see your excitement, and then they fall through on the promise, and they don't never do anything for you because they were only experimenting on you. And so I'm just coming on here to let you guys know, be very careful in this season, because there are a lot of experiments going on. Like I said, experiments on your social media, experiments in different types of settings, different types of environments. It's nothing but an experiment, a controlled observation and uncontrolled observations where they are monitoring you. People monitor you, and they monitor you in more than one way, in more than one place, for more than one reason. And so just be wise and be careful, because people in 2025 seem to love this whole experimental thing that is taking place. For example, you know, and I know that Elon is, you know, Elon Musk has, I don't want to say what, but, you know, he's in videos and he's just going like this. Like that. Just in broad daylight. Hello, Michael. He's just like this. Like that. And then he just like this. And I mean, and I'm just, that's just one example. But it's a lot of things taking place. Hello, Jess. It's nothing but an experiment. Experiments going on. When you see somebody and they're doing stuff like that, I mean, you got to look. When people are experimenting with different things and certain people won't be a part of the experiment, they begin to experiment on themselves. And then you can see the reactions to the experiment. Absolutely not. Just absolutely not. Ain't one thing for sure. Ain't nothing possessed about Elon. There's some other computer things going on, some chips going on, and a whole bunch of other things going on, but ain't nothing possessed about him. Not at all. And so, yeah, it's some chips going on, you know, and a whole bunch of other stuff going on, but being possessed ain't one of them. You know what I'm saying? So just be very careful, guys. I'm about to go into the word, but I just wanted to first and foremost, I know it might sound weird, it might sound strange for a prophet to come on and say they're experimenting on you. Don't be a part of an experiment. Make sure you just got, sometimes you just got to act, you just got to tell people just like this. What we doing? Because I'm not your experiment. You sign this NDA, you can't experiment on me. No, we not doing that. No, we not going there. We're not doing it. That's an experiment. Come on, KK. I'm not into that. You're into that. I'm not into that. Okay? So this is not an experiment. This is my life we're talking about. This is my life. This is my livelihood. I'm a real person. Don't experiment on me. Do you know how many rats are experimented on? Do you know how many monkeys are experimented on? Don't let nobody make you a part of an experiment. Men are first of all, let me just say, men are go-getters. Hold up. So somebody, hold on. Bubbly 2023 said, give me the cash 3 lotto number, not your folks' word or Bible. Well, I think I saw you. Well, I didn't see you last night, Bubble Y 2023. But as surely as God sits on the throne, I surely did see the lottery. The lotto, the winners, this. I think I saw Dionne Warwick. I've seen a couple of things. Yeah. Don't worry, you sitting before a real prophet, and I'll always see you before you see me. So you want the numbers. You want the numbers. Give me them numbers, Jack. Give me them numbers. Give me them numbers, Jack. I swear for God, y'all, I'm not lying. Whole line. So the whole line. And the ocean. And all you did, and all you came on here to do. What's your name? Your name is Bubbly. The only thing you came on here to do is confirm that I am a winner. Hello, Arlene. That's all you came on here to confirm. Because if only you would have saw what I saw last night. Thank you, Lord. See, they be meaning it for evil. They be meaning it for an experiment. But God is on the marker. And God gets all the laughs, final laughs, real laughs, all the laughs. And the most funniest part is you sitting before a real prophet and don't know I see you before you ever show up here. Talking about, forget all this Bible stuff, but show me the numbers. Surely as the Lord lives, surely as my Father God is on the throne, I saw it. And I know what the winner is about, because I'm that winner, baby. Saw so many people in the line. They was all in the line trying to get all in this line over here to the right, coming up 2 by 2, trying to get the winning numbers, And then I ain't even telling it. I ain't telling it because I don't want the enemy to know. And then numbers. Let me just be quiet about that. The Bible says, don't make haste to get wealth.
Mom, I did it.
I want to go to Numbers chapter 8 tonight. Numbers chapter 8 tonight. Numbers chapter 8 tonight. Numbers chapter 8 verse 1 is what we're going into tonight. Before we go into Numbers chapter 8 verse 1 tonight, I want to give you by definition what experiment means. Because we got to do, I'm going to give you that. Then we're going to Numbers chapter 8. Experiment, spelled X, which is EX, PERIMENT. X per I mint. A scientific procedure undertaken to make a discovery, test a hypothesis, or demonstrate a known fact. Test, investigation, trial, inquiry, a demonstration. Observation, assessment, evaluation, appraisal, inspection, analysis, scrutiny, a study, a probe, a tryout, a dry run, a research, experimentation, trial and error, testing, a course of action tentatively adopted without being sure of the outcome. See, when you're going into certain types of relationships with certain people, the reason why it's an experiment is because neither one of y'all really know how this thing gonna turn out. He a snake. He don't know how to approach you. He only can do little kid stuff. You 50 years old acting like you 12. She 50. She acting like she's 16. Y'all are children in the marketplace. I hear you, God. You're acting like children in the marketplace, calling back to one another. I sang for you. Just excuse me, y'all. Just 1 minute. Hold on. I gotta put my grandson on his night clothes. So might be some freaks out there. Hold on, y'all. Baby, you gotta get your nighties on, baby. All right. So, like I was saying before I was interrupted, I had to put my grandson on some sleepers. People experiment and they do it all the time. They're like children in the marketplace who call back and forth to one another. So they're calling back and forth to one another. The marketplace is TikTok. The marketplace is Instagram. The marketplace is Facebook. The marketplace is all of these social media apps and platforms. And it's so much of a marketplace at this time, literally until if you post a picture, depending on your value and depending on your worth and depending on your net worth and how much you're worth and how much people want to see you, they will limit and restrict the view for people to watch you and see you because they want to prostitute you. They want to human traffic you. That's the real human trafficking. They want to sell you. They want to prostitute you on social media. So they want you to sell yourself. So while you selling yourself, you can't even post a picture no more for free. If you're beautiful, you got to pay for it to reach the people it's going to reach because they're prostituting you. They're prostituting your images, your photos, your information. They're human trafficking you. So it's the new type modern day slavery, okay? It's the new type modern day slavery they got going on. And so it's on Instagram, it's on TikTok, it's everywhere you go. You can't do nothing no more without them saying, okay, you African American, you black, a lot of people want to see you. Where you going to? Don't let a fly come in here. Where you going?
To work.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get these people, get these demons off my stuff, and let me just. I got something for them tonight. Hold up. This is not to the people who I love and people who be here, but if people want to be on here talking about something that ain't got nothing, hold up. And before I go anywhere, wait a minute. Make sure I deal with this one right there. Lock that one. Lock. And then, hold on. Do this one. We do that one. Hold on. We not going, because tonight we not going. I'm not doing it for 1 minute. Not 1 second. And like I said, so in 2025, the big gig is you're African American, you have a platform, and so now people want to see you. And if people want to see you, the people behind the scenes, like Zuckerberg, like all of them, part of the money market, and what makes them billionaires and millionaires is human trafficking you. So they, like I said, if you're African American and you black, they human traffic you by selling your information, selling your data, selling all of your stuff. And then at the same time, they're experimenting on you. So they limit you, they limit your view, they limit your reach, they limit everybody who can interact with you. So that's a type of a modern day slavery. It's a modern day controlled observation. It is an uncontrolled observation, and it's also a controlled observation. It is where they take it to the psychological point of view and they begin to experiment on you to see if you give up, to see if you'll stop doing what you're called and chosen to do, while the people, the big ballers in the background, like I said, they human traffic you. Because if you're going to limit the people who are able to watch me, and thousands of people keep following the page, following me, and I'm a woman, and I'm preaching the Bible, and you want me to pay to utilize or use your service, you should just say that out front. But you put these little cliches, these little nicks in place, and you say this. Oh, well, if you want to reach more people, do this. No, the reach is free. The anointing itself does its job. But they're experimenting on you based on race, based on income, based on social and moral conducts and ethics and ethical codes. They are experimenting on you. They want to know if you're intelligent. They want to know how smart you are. They want to know. So like I said, I had to clear that up right then and there. You saw them. Somebody called me a devil because I said it. That's what that is. If I'm on a platform, an international platform, and people from India want to see me, people from Africa want to see me, people from Jamaica, people from an international platform, people from China want to see me, and they want to interact with this platform, they should be able to do so without a limitation and a restriction there, certainly when my account is not restricted. Now, I said it. And the demons that was in the backdrop, who was on there, called me a devil because I said it. Let my people go. Let me go. Let me go. Let my social media go. Let all African American people go. Stop trying to limit and restrict African American people on social media platforms. The ones that are educated, the ones that are smart, the ones that have something to say. While on the other hand, you perverts and freaks, you allow people who have nothing to do but defile and corrupt the black community to have large numbers of followers and all that kind of stuff like that. That's an experiment. Contaminate them, get them to buy brand new houses, $1 million houses, show them tearing up everything, breaking up everything in the house, show them being destructive, show black people cussing and yelling and acting like straight up fools and acting like people never was raised right. Promote that all on social media to give everybody on the outside that is another race and another ethnicity the perspective that black people act and behave like that, when black people don't act and behave like that. My house is like Ethan Allen too. But you show the other type black people on social media who houses ain't clean, who doing all type of wretched and dirty stuff, and you promote that, you allow that to leak. That's part of your experiment in order for you to allow that perspective of African American people to be seen. Then you got another type of experiment. Well, let's show all of the single mothers. Well, when they start to show the single mothers in this experiment they want single mothers to look like this and look like that. And they want them to be a symbol in the community that is not clean, not educated, not high class. They want to act like we don't have morals and ethics. They want to act like we're not educated. They want to act like we the littles of the littles. Come on, Ben. And it's not true. It's not true at all. You have absolutely wonderful and amazing top tier mothers, single mothers, all over the world that are African American, but they don't want to put that out there. And like I said, it is what it is. Now I'm going to give you this definition. The definition of human trafficking is this. Human trafficking is the illegal transport of individuals by force or deception, for the purpose of labor, sexual exploitation, or financial gain. So behind the scenes, let's bring this to the forefront. So behind the scenes, you got people who forcing African American people into forced labor on social media. And they trying to herd you into a position where you got to pay to reach the people who follow you naturally, organically. You ain't paid for a follower. You ain't paying for nothing. They want to see. They want to hear the word of God. But the dogs or the people in the background who want to do this human trafficking on social media, force by deception. You deceiving people. Oh, come join and download the TikTok app. Come download the Instagram app. Come download Facebook app. It is totally free and you don't have to pay for anything. You can relate and communicate with your family and your friends. And it's supposed to not cost you. I don't care about you sharing it. Share it all you want to share. It's the actual truth. You can reach your friends, your family for free. No, it's a lie. That's deception. I have the screenshots and the proof on my Facebook and my Instagram to show it. They will limit and restrict, monitor, limit it, and restrict even a photo of you if your net worth is this and if you're valuable. And then they'll say, by deception, theft by deception. No, what you got to do is pay. Oh, put a little bit of money into this. You got to pay. Would you like to reach more people? Pay this, pay that. Back like 4 years ago when they said 5 years ago, you have to start paying for Facebook. Facebook is not going to be free no more. You know, black people who was able to have a little bit of freedom and liberty before it was restricted by government or whoever was doing that. All right. And then they limited that, and then they restricted that. All right. And then they started getting financial gain. So the pattern was for them to get financial gain. They want to limit you, restrict you, and put you in a holding pattern and hold you hostage. False imprisonment is what that is. That's false imprisonment. To hold somebody back. If I got 12,000 followers on a TikTok page and you slow my feed and slow my frames, and so I swear to God, when I catch you who you are, I promise you, I am taking it down to the courts to limit and restrict all 15,000, 10,000 people on somebody's page from them getting the alert that somebody is live, from them getting the information, and you limit and restrict them. That's deception. Because they follow me, they're allowed to follow me. This is not a criminal platform. No crime is being committed here. Nothing evil or wicked or sinister or satanic is being seen here. This is all a God platform, an informational platform, but the people behind the scene want financial gain. So for them to get the financial gain, they got to put you in a limited, restricted position so that you have to pay to reach the souls and the people that God done assigned to you. And they only do it with certain types of people, like my platform. Now, unless you can give me a reason for why you limited and restricted my platform and my page from 200 people live to 150 people alive, you need to let my stuff go, because that's false imprisonment, that's human trafficking, that's forced labor, and you're doing it for financial gain. And you're experimenting on me without my permission, and you're observing me and stalking me in the shadows without my permission. Come on, disciple. That's exactly right. They don't want me to reach nations and save souls. And see, these little tricks, y'all, it goes really, really deep. See, you have a group. I swear, I remember the day I told a bishop that was fake. I said, I'm done with you, and I don't want to talk to you anymore, and I'm breaking up with you. And it was only platonic. I never kissed him, had sex with him, nothing, none of that. I told him, I said, I'm done with you. He said, I swear to God, I don't care how much money I got to pay. He said, I don't care how much money I got to pay to take you down. I will take you down. I don't care how much money I got to pay to silence you and take you down. I will do it. Now, this corrupt bishop who got people all kind of mess going on. All I know is after he said that, my page, and that's listing page. Bishop listing page said that and did that to me. I didn't want him because of who his friends was. You friends with a whole bunch of people who on cocaine and heroin and all kind of stuff. So I didn't want to be with him. And I told him, you came to me with deception. You came to me under false pretenses. And once God exposed his circle to me and let me know who he was connected to, I said, listing page Junior, I don't want you. I don't want to be with you. This is my platform. I'm telling the truth. You don't like what I'm saying. This is my testimony, my story. Meet me in court. It is what it is. Because I got a whole list too. I got a whole list too. And the whole circle will be rotating, going down like, because by the time that looked like a Rico to me on all the stuff they done tried to do against my life. It's up. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. And every time I move from one platform to another platform, I got a whole bunch of pimp daddies in the backdrop who want to prostitute me, who want me to come be a part of their churches and a part of their organizations, and they want me to sleep my way to the top and want me to have sex with this person and have sex with that person to literally have my freedom and my voice. You are never. This right here, you will never, ever, ever get. So it doesn't matter how many people, how many times you try to limit. So that's just one battle. That's with the pimps in the church. All right? Because they know my voice is not bought. I'm telling. I will sing like a mockingbird on niggas. I will tell it all. So that's one thing. And a lot of men, when they're arrogant and they got a lot of pride. Look at that. Look at that. Soon as I said that truth. See, that's how you know who connected. Soon as I said that, they was like, oh, we got to restrict your life. Why? Because I'm telling you, you say you want to protect people like Cassie. You say you want to protect people who done wrong and been raped and been taken advantage of and all that. But as soon as people start telling what been done to them, you start saying we got to restrict this and restrict that. Why? Because you in the human trafficking and you're in the controlling people. So what you try to do? Illegal transport of individual by force or deception. So you're trying to maneuver me and pull me over to the side and shut me up. Because I told you a group of niggas tried to run a train on me and I stopped the train, crashed it, and didn't let it go no further. You mad because I'm exposing sexual exploitation, who people were sending me all types of pictures, photos, and everything else. And you mad because I exposed how they tried to make financial gain. Period, point blank. Part 2 coming up.